Most of you do know. But if you don't, I was blocked by Ryan Reynolds. Yes. So Joe Rogan just entered the chat and he is Team Justin Baldoni.
Joe Rogan just called out Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds with the truth and officially sided with Team Justin Baldoni. Everyone is seeing through their blame game now.
And it's absolutely absurd and it's not going to work.
Rogan called them out hard, demanding they put an end to the dirty tactics that are destroying Justin's mental health and shredding his reputation.
She's using it to assert control over Justin Baldoni, destroy his life. Essentially, it was destroying his family, his health, and everything else.
Joe Rogan just entered the damn chat, and I'd never seen a man come in swinging harder for justice. Yes, Mr. Alpha Microphone himself, the godfather of podcasting, is Team Baldoni, and he's not even trying to play it cool. We're talking about the guy with 14.5 million Spotify listeners, 16.4 million YouTube subscribers, and 18.9 million Instagram followers. That's not just an opinion, that's a damn public execution. Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds, they messed up. And that's not me saying it, that's Joe freaking Rogan.
This is what you get trying to fucking ruin a guy's livelihood by using the Me Too movement.
Because they were trying to take over the movie.
Yeah.
They were trying to take over the movie and the whole franchise. He owned the franchise.
They're fucked.
The whole thing's crazy.
They're fucked.
And he's suing the New York Times.
Rogan's tone wasn't even subtle. You could feel the disgust in his voice. And let's be honest, when Joe Rogan goes off on someone, it's not like whispering behind a curtain. It's like shouting into a megaphone while the entire internet listens in. The man helped flip the narrative in the Johnny Depp versus Amber Heard case, and now he's looking straight at this Lively Reynolds disaster and calling BS, because that's exactly what it is.
That it's a bunch of fabrication and lies, and then you see the control that she took over the movie, and I just don't see how any of these reporters are coming to that conclusion other than they are just trying to meet some type of agenda.
A royal Hollywood BS fiesta, where somehow a sweet, calm, nice guy like Baldoni ends up painted as the villain while two overhyped A-listers throw tantrums behind NDAs and legal threats. Let's not sugarcoat this. The double standard is disgusting. When Blake cries wolf, suddenly every outlet listens. But when Baldoni, a man with actual receipts, tries to defend himself, people hesitate. Nah, not anymore. Not with Rogan blowing this whole thing wide open.
But that's what it takes.
That's what it takes.
It's like Johnny Depp.
Yeah.
He's like, all right,
Yeah.
he did it for the boys.
Exactly. You got to do it.
You need real motherfuckers to be like, nah, man, I ain't going out like this.
Yeah, especially a guy like that. It was like known as being like this really sweet, nice guy.
And speaking of Ryan Reynolds, Deadpool, Mint Mobile Daddy, Aviation Gin Poster Boy, wow, what a fall from grace. Rogan went in on him too, and let me tell you, it was beautifully brutal. He called out Reynolds as a central player in this mess. Apparently, Ryan's trying to backpedal now, acting like he didn't know what was going on. Oh really, Ryan? You just accidentally ended up in a $400 million lawsuit? You tripped, spilled some gin, and fell face first into legal hell? Come on.
And then it's like, all right,
You know, he posted the receipts. He's like, oh, remember our text exchange?
How about she told him to, to come into the dressing room while she was breastfeeding?
Rogan roasted him without even raising his voice. He straight up said Ryan's trying to dip out of the lawsuit, but they're not letting him. Why? Because, and I quote, "You are a key part of this. That's what you get, man. You try to play puppet master with people's careers. You try to ruin a man's life using movements meant to protect real victims. And then you act shocked when the house of cards falls on your head. Give me a break."
Blake Lively, talk about ruin your reputation, and Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah, they fucked up. Ryan's trying to get out of it now. He's trying to get out of the lawsuit. And they're like, you're a key part of this.
This is what you get, though.
It's not just Rogan saying it. Brendan Schaub, who was on the podcast, called out the same thing. He flat out said Reynolds and Lively were trying to use Me Too as a career weapon. And Rogan, he was like, yes, 100%. No hesitation. No playing both sides. And here's the kicker. Rogan compared Baldoni to Johnny Depp. That's huge. That's not just about defending a man. That's about rewriting the narrative that Hollywood manipulators like Blake and Ryan try to control.
Don't Blake Lively thing?
Bro, Blake Lively, talk about ruin your reputation, and Ryan Reynolds.
They fucked up. Ryan's trying to get out of it now. He's trying to get out of the lawsuit. And they're like, you're a key part of this.
This is what you get, though. This is what you get trying to fucking ruin a guy's livelihood.
Yeah, oh, and Ryan's image. That cute, self-aware, sarcastic guy we all loved in Deadpool? Yeah, that's dead. He's not Deadpool anymore. He's dead wrong. He's Blockpool. He's soft-shell avocado toast with the marketing team. That relatable guy shtick doesn't fly when you're trying to bury a man under fake allegations while your wife does her best Cruella de Vil impression behind the scenes.
He owned the franchise.
They're fucked.
The whole thing's crazy.
They're fucked.
And he's suing the New York Times, and he's got a great case.
He's going hard in
too.
the paint. But that's what it takes.
That's what it takes.
It's like Johnny Depp.
Yeah.
He's like, all right.
And now let's talk about the receipts, because this is where Rogan just unleashes the facts like a firestorm.
They just never thought that anybody was going to come out with the receipts.
Because no one's ever done it. Because everyone usually just bows
Everyone's
down.
scared.
Yeah.
Because Ryle Reynolds A-list, Blake Lively A-list. Like, don't, they're the queen of the king.
Justin Baldoni isn't just sitting there taking this crap. He's fighting back like a Dan warrior, armed with receipts that make Lively and Reynolds look like amateurs in a courtroom drama they tried to direct but forgot to write a script for. We're talking a full-blown website, text messages, voice notes, and behind-the-scenes footage, all showing that Lively's story is falling apart faster than her husband's Twitter following.
Van City Reynolds, who has blocked me, so I can still view his stuff. I just can't post anything. You see, guys, it's all grayed out. Look at that. My feelings are really hurt.
Let's just pause here and talk about one specific piece of evidence, because it's so hilariously damning I can't even handle it. Blake accused Baldoni of walking into her trailer while she was breastfeeding, playing the whole "he violated my space" card. But guess what? She texted him to come in. Yeah, literal written proof. She invited him. This is next-level clownery. You can't cry wolf after sending the wolf a VIP invitation and directions.
He's like, oh, remember our text exchange?
How about she told him to come into the dressing room while she was breastfeeding?
Rogan highlighted that moment with pure disbelief. You could hear it in his voice. Like, are they actually serious with this stuff? The Hollywood elite has gotten away with this for so long. They genuinely didn't think someone like Baldoni would clap back.
Told him to come into the dressing room while she was breastfeeding. And then part of the complaint was that he came into the dressing room while I was breastfeeding. Like, you literally have a text exchange back and forth.
They thought he'd just curl up and disappear, but not this time. This isn't some quiet backdoor NDA resolution. Baldoni pulled out the whole damn war chest. Texts, voice memos, footage, a website. Who drops a website in the middle of a lawsuit? A man who knows he's been set up and is ready to burn it all down. Rogan made it crystal clear. This wasn't a he said, she said. This was a she said, and he pulled the receipt situation. And the best part? They weren't prepared. They thought the Hollywood PR machine would shield them. They thought their A-list armor was bulletproof. But guess what? Facts don't care about your Vanity Fair cover. Rogan literally said they never thought anyone would show the receipts because no one ever does. Because everyone's too scared of Blake and Ryan. I mean, who wants to go up against the Hollywood prom king and queen? But Baldoni did, and now they're flailing. He's blocking people on social media, silencing brand accounts, and getting shredded online by fans who are sick of the hypocrisy.
And then part of the complaint was that he came into the dressing room while I was breastfeeding. Like, you literally have a text exchange back and forth. They just never thought that anybody was going to come out with the receipts.
Because no one's ever done it. Because everyone usually just bows down.
Everyone's scared.
Yeah.
Because Ryle Reynolds A-list, Blake Lively A-list.
Justin Baldoni didn't just clap back. He loaded a legal cannon and fired it straight into the Hollywood elite. We're talking about a $400 million lawsuit. Not $4 million, not 40. $400 million. You know what kind of damage the number does. That's not just a lawsuit. That's an industry-wide earthquake. And guess who's at the center of it? Blake professional victim Lively, Ryan, I swear I'm innocent Reynolds, and their PR puppet master Leslie Sloan. This trio thought they were playing 4D chess. Turns out, Baldoni was holding the rulebook and the receipts.
I was blocked by Ryan Reynolds. Yes. Predator Pole himself blocked me. I don't know when he blocked me. I don't know if it's when I exposed on X what happened with his daughter in Deadpool and that abhorrent things that they made her do.
The lawsuit covers defamation, extortion, false light invasion of privacy, and promissory fraud. Basically, everything you'd expect from a Hollywood power grab gone wrong. This isn't just some "you hurt my feelings" legal fluff. These are real scorched earth charges, and Baldoni's not playing games. Rogan looked at the whole thing and called his legal strategy solid, and coming from Joe, that's saying something. This man doesn't throw out compliments unless they come with a protein shake and a punchline.
It's whiny, it's bratty, and it needs to end. So to that, I say thank you to Blake Lively.
But here's the real kicker. Baldoni is also suing the New York Times for their hilariously one-sided coverage. Apparently, even the so-called paper of record couldn't resist singing for Blake and Ryan. Journalism is dead, folks, and Baldoni just brought the shovel. The strategy is simple. No backroom deals, no hush-hush settlements. Just drag every slimy little detail into the light, back it up with documented proof, and let the public roast the frauds like marshmallows at a campfire. And if this lawsuit lands, and it looks like it might, we're looking at a complete shift in how Hollywood handles its dirty laundry. No more false accusations getting swept under the rug. No more PR spin taking down people without a single verified fact. This could be the case that finally breaks the system, or at least embarrasses it so hard it pretends to behave for a while.
This is an amazing support that Justin is now getting from Joe Rogan on this case, and it's going to continue to get ugly as more things come out.
Now let's talk about Blake Lively's little dictatorship, because wow, this woman went full Game of Thrones over a romance movie. The way she took over It Ends With Us wasn't just unprofessional, it was straight-up cartoon villain behavior. She wasn't just the star, she allegedly fired people, replaced crew, and even blocked Baldoni, the actual director, from seeing his own footage. That's not acting, that's a hostile takeover. She didn't want to be part of the film, she wanted to own it.
She told the composer that she brought in when the other one was fired that she wanted let go, allegedly because Taylor Swift wanted him let go. She basically called him and said that she has moved into the role of taking control of the movie and finishing it and doing the whole movie.